Alright, man, so what's up, guys? Airball here, and I'm back with another video. And this is going to be the best 7-foot center build on NBA 2K25. The best footer, as people will call it. This is basically a center that can be used for comp stage, for the 2s or for the 3s. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So we're going to hit continue here. We're going to go with center for the position. Obviously, it's going to be a center build, 7 foot for the height. The weight is going to be 246, and the wingspan is going to be 7'7", so one below the max there. And basically, the reason why I want to go 7'7" instead of 7'8" is because with 7'8" we only get a 74 3 ball, but with 7'7" we get a 76, and we need 75 3-pointer to get the glass gunner takeover. So I think having that glass gunner takeover will be helpful in like shooting the ball and things like that. You get a +8 3 ball with glass gunner. So essentially, you're going from a 76 3-pointer to an 84 3-pointer when you have your takeover. And then, of course, you get the +8 rebounding as well, which will already be max, so that wouldn't really matter. But really, we're going with that 76 3 ball just to get the additional shooting upgrade once we're in takeover. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. The close shot here we're going to start off with is going to be a 77. All right. It's just tied in the mid-range, which I think is 82. So, yeah, nothing too crazy there. The driving layup is going to be a 70, and that's just enough to get physical finisher on bronze. Again, nothing too crazy there. But the driving dunk, man, 89 driving dunk is what we're going to get. When it's all said and done, we're going to have Hall of Fame area wizard as well as silver posterizer. And also the reason why I went with 70 driving layup is because you automatically get 69 by going 89 driving dunk. So you might as well just go with 70 so you get the physical finisher on bronze. But yeah, 89 driving dunk, it allows you to get the pro contact dunks off 1 and pro contact dunks off 2. And you also get the silver posterizer badge and, a lot of dunk animations that will help you get contacts. So 89 driving dunk for this build will definitely be very, very solid. If you're using the pick and roll and 3s and stuff like that, even in 2s, catching lobs, you're going to have Hall of Fame area wizard, like I said, once we upgrade the vertical. So having Hall of Fame area wizard plus 89 driving dunk with all the contact dunk packages is going to be absolutely insane for this build. You should be able to get a lot of contact dunks. Now the post control is going to be a 60, nothing too crazy there. But this isn't really a post score type of build. This is more of a comp kind of build. So yeah, the mid range is going to be an 82. All right, we're gonna go ahead and max out the 3-pointer to a 76. Like I said, 75 gets his glass gunner. We're just gonna go 76 though to get the max shooting stats. The free throw is gonna be a 59. I mean, if you play rec or like 5v5 pro am, then I'd maybe put that up a little bit more. But I mean, you can still use this in pro am, but I think this is probably best suited for like 2s or 3s. But like I said, you can definitely use this in like the rec scenarios and things like that. The passing accuracy is going to be an 87. Now 82 gets us dimer, but 87 gets us break starter. So like I said, if you're playing that 5v5, then break starter will be very, very effective, obviously, with the 87. Now, if you don't play any 5v5 with this build, I would probably just go 82 just to get dimer. But this makes it so that you can play 5v5 and 2v2 and 3v3 pretty effectively. So 87 is what I'm going to go with, just to get the best stats possible. And also, if you get cat breakers, you can use +5 to the pass accuracy. You get 92. You can get Hall of Fame dimer if you want to. Or if you're really trying to use this build for 5v5, you get the pass accuracy to 88. Use 5 cat breakers on that to get a 93. I wouldn't really do that. I would just go 87, but it's completely up to you. The interior defense, is going to be an 82. An 82 interior, once you upgrade the strength, will get us silver post lockdown. So just keep that in mind. That'll help out with guarding, post scorers and just other people, trying to back you down and things like that. The perimeter is going to be a 62. The only thing we get is a movement forcer. But I feel like, with a 7-foot center, you need to have a pretty decent perimeter. Because if you don't have any perimeter defense, people will just be able to shoot over you, even if they're guards. Like, you got to be able to, like, hedge on screens and things like that. And if you can't get out to contest the shot with the low perimeter defense, then it's basically useless. So even though it does cost a little bit to have a 62, I feel like it's very, very important with, how I just said, that you got to be able to guard other point guards sometimes on the 3-point line. So, yeah, 62 is what I'm going to go with. 60 for the steal. You can only get 69, I think, the max, and you can get glove, but let's be real, we're not really going to be ripping people with a 7-foot center, so I'm just going to go 60, get the interceptor, and then just move on. The block rating is going to be an 84. Alright, so 84 is just enough to get us that silver paint patrol, which is really all we need. We don't really need gold. You could go 88 and get high flying denier, but for me, personally, I just thought it would be a little bit too expensive for the attribute. So, you can obviously go with 88 if you want to, but for me, I just went with 84. The offensive rebound is going to be pretty high. It's going to be 86, all right, because getting offensive rebounds with this build will be very, very important. Like I said, if you're playing twos, you know, if you do the LT cheese, L2 cheese, whatever it's called, you're going to need to be able to get a lot of offensive rebounds. So 86 offensive rebound will help out with that. Combined with a 94 defensive rebound, which you can use 5 cap breakers on to get 99, and that will get you legend rebound chaser. Combined with the 86 offensive rebound, and we're going to have a pretty high vertical. So, I mean, yeah, the rebounding is going to be absolutely insane for this build. You should be able to snag basically everybody. We got dang near max wingspan. We're going to have a pretty good body type, too. We're not going to have, like, the burly body type or anything, but I think you get, like, the compact or muscular or whatever it's called. So, it's still decent. And you should be able to grab a lot of rebounds, especially if you know what you're doing. You're going to have Hall of Fame Box Out Beast combined with Legend Rebound Chaser. And like I said, we get near max wingspan, and we're 7 foot. So, you know, having that good rebound rating is going to be insane, obviously, for, you know, getting boards, getting more possessions, things like that. The speed is going to be maxed out at 70. Obviously, we need as high of a speed as possible. And having a 70 speed on a 7 foot center is kind of insane, I'm not going to lie. Because you can't really go much lower or else you'd be sacrificing the strength, and we're going to need that strength for, you know, setting screens and things like that. So 70 speed, I feel like, you know, it'll still give you a very, very good advantage. The strength is going to be an 89. We can get 91 off rip. I would just go with 89 though. So you can use you get Hall of Fame Box Out Beast, and if you get if you use 2 cap breakers, then you can get what is it, brick wall on gold. So I would just do that. If you get 7 cap breakers, you can have 5 on the defensive rebound and then 2 on the strength. If you don't have any cap breakers at all, I would probably just max out the strength, because we should get that brick wall. It's going to be very, very effective for setting screens and things like that. But I would just save it, because strength is a pretty expensive attribute, so it would be worth it using the cap breakers on that instead of something else. But yeah, that's just me. You can obviously change it to however you want to. And then the vertical is going to be maxed out at an 83, and that should do it for this build. So like I said, man, this vertical, you know, is gonna do some stuff, because we, as you guys can see, we get Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard, we get Gold Pogo Stick. We'll be able to get Legend Rebound Chaser when it's all said and done, if you get, you know, cap breakers and things like that. So with 99 rebound with the 83 vertical and being 7 foot, rebound should not be hard at all. And like I said before, we have that 76 3 ball, so we should be able to get Glass Gunner. As you guys can see here, we need a 75 3-pointer, and that way you can get an 84 3-pointer with Takeover, plus a 94 offensive rebound. So, I mean, yeah, this build, man, it's looking really, really nice. We get contact dunks, we can shoot the ball consistently, you get good pass accuracy, and you obviously get legend rebounding and pretty good defense as well, with good speed and good strength. So this is a really good all-around center build. They, you know, can definitely win you some games on 2K25. It's called a two-way inside the arc maestro. But that's going to do it for the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. This is Airball. Peace.